Welcome back, guys, to another Warpath video. Today's video, we're going to go over this battle honors, the new thing that popped up. A lot of people thought that it was the city level 4 that was opening up, but that is not the case. So we want to talk a little bit about it and what it entangles. Also, we want to go over a little bit about the city level 4, also some of the Airforce things that are happening, and some of the upcoming events that are going to happen in Warpath. So if you guys are interested and you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. I sure appreciate you guys. Let's get into the video. All right, first up, we have the battle honors. Now, some players thought that this, because it had popped up in some of the earlier servers, so like take for instance, I'm in server 13, this battle honors is not even available. It doesn't pop up, but in some of the earlier servers, and I'm not exactly sure, but it could be from like 10 back or something like that, it popped up. It was called the battle honors. A lot of people thought like, hey, city level 4 is opening it up, it's gonna be going down. That was not the case. So let's get into it. Right here you can see this is typical with all of the major events that they do. You know, all these missions right here that you can get, the different tiers that you can get through unlocking city honors research, and they're all very, very similar. So the first day right now is going to be collecting all of this stuff right here. Now, the thing that intrigued me the most, I want to point out here to you guys, is notice it says mine gold. Now, the gold mines are not there yet. A matter of fact, you can't even search them. When you go to look here, there is no gold mine. I haven't seen a gold mine yet pop up. If you guys have seen a gold mine, let me know. I have not seen one. However, in the event, I noticed that it says mine gold. Now, why is this relevant? Well, it's relevant, guys, because a lot of you were asking me, like, is mining gold only going to be inside of city level 4? That was a good question. It's a decent question. Is it only going to be inside of the Moscow City event, or is it going to be permanently in everybody's city throughout all of the games? And this event right now that's going on is just a normal event. However, it has mine gold inside of it. So I can only think that at a future time, that's going to be updated to where we will be able to get gold. And so, yeah, that's it. Now, let's go to the event overview. As you can see, day 1 through 7, and then a combat drill. So this is very typical that you see nowadays with their events, but it does come with a daily buff, which is kind of cool. So like right now we have resource collection, but we're getting a 10% buff on it. I think this has happened before in a lot of the other events that have taken place, so I don't think this is anything special as far as this goes. But I just want to cover it real quick so you guys can see it. It's an event overview. So we have all the same stuff, recruitment on day 4, base construction. It's going to follow the same thing with, fighting at the end with the combat drills. Now for the rankings, pretty good. Daily, you get some universal statues and some gold, but for the total ranking, very, very nice in my opinion, guys. 100 universals. That's really good for first place. I think it was like 80 whenever it's keyed in on a specific officer, like their Ruptor or something like that and such. But yeah, 100 universals. That's going to be really, really good. So that entangles really short and sweet the battle honors event that just popped up. So I hope you guys like that. Hope you guys do well. You will be competing with everybody inside of the entire server. So it is not just based upon a city or something like that. So you guys have fun with that. And let's get into the next topic. One of the biggest topics that I hear most people talking about nowadays is about the city level 4. So most of you guys know it as the League Wars of Moscow, which is a city level 4 that will be opening up for servers 1, 2, and 3. It has now changed its name to Theater of Conquest, but it is a city level 4 a lot of people are kind of vague about it. So they've only given some pictures describing this particular event or city. Most people are thinking that it's just like any other city that you go into when you go from city level 1 to 2 to 3. This will just be a city level 4. And that's not exactly the case, guys. I want you guys to know that this city level 4 is going to be more event based. So it will be a time duration in which you go into it and then it will back out of it. So picture for yourself, if you've ever played Rise of Kingdoms or any other games, if you go into Kingdom versus Kingdom or KVK, or you go into a alliance versus alliance or server versus server, it's usually a map that is for a certain duration of time. And once that duration is over with, you go back to your normal cities. That's why in city level 3, there is no node to go to city level 4. There is nothing progressing, or the map hasn't changed in any of the updates to indicate that city level 4 will just be a permanent other city that you will just reside in and own yet. It's not the case. Now, in the case of Moscow, which is going to be one of these cities that opens up, this particular city in Moscow is going to be a month-long event in which it's going to have a registration. And during that registration, the top 32 alliances in a server are going to go into this map. Not server versus server, but in a server are going to go into this map. Now, once you go into this map, the whole objective, just like any city, is to take over all of the nodes and to take over the center, to own the city. And once you do that, you begin to get goodies. So what they've hinted here inside of here, and let's do this, is some of the different structures that they have. They have towns, saying that by capturing it every day, at least once a day, you're going to get 5 million in military funds daily after 12 a.m. I mean, 5 million isn't that big a deal. I mean, you guys know from, farming inside of a city level 3, that's like, I don't know, what, a couple hours, 2-3 hours worth of gathering or something like that. Really not all that extravagant. Then we have arms factories. These factories will provide Alliance members with a 5-star unit every 2 days. So a 5-star unit every 2 days. And I'm thinking, like, as many coupons as I get and the chances of getting a 5-star unit, yeah, I'm not sure that every 2 days is all that extravagant, but that is another one of the arms factories that's happening. Next one is called blockhouses. This is just the same thing as any of them. You have, buffs for either durability or firepower, just like any other city, no different there. They have the gold deposits. We talked about that just a second ago. We know that they have the gold deposits inside of the Moscow to be able to farm. And then they have settlements, right? And if you gain these settlements, you get exclusive arms, XP, and ammo on the black market. Now, we don't know exactly what that looks like, because the black market, of course, is always going to be open. So is it going to have another section, or is it going to be like super extravagant? We really don't know that, other than on the black market already we can get arms, XP, and ammo. So we don't know exactly how exclusive or special this one is going to be. But in short, this is just a quick glimpse at the city level 4. We hope. We do not have a 100% confirmation date. If anybody tells you they do, that's not exactly true. We have a rough idea of when these city level 4s are going to come out, but we do not have an exact date released from them of when these are going to start. But rest assured, guys, whenever they finally do kick up, when they ramp up and we go into registration mode, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be streaming them. I'm going to be watching them. I'm going to try to get some of the best content that I can out of the wars and do a lot of the reporting that's going on, guys. Okay? Final thought, guys, is going to be on the Airforce. Now, I know a lot of players have already seen some of the posts about a program to get into, to see some of the Airforce, to test them out or whatever. We did try to apply for that. We can hope, fingers crossed, get the best results with that and be able to see some of those things. But yes, they will be in the next 3 months coming out with the Airforce for sure, 100%. I already knew that, but it's going to be released a little bit early. Now, the thing about the Air Force that I want to like let people know is a lot of the parameters about the Air Force are unknown. But what I do know is that like you're in the tutorial, and inside of the tutorial, when you very first start the game, you simply click a button and click the attack, and the Air Force comes, swoops down, and destroys things. It is going to be way more in depth than that. It's going to be way more to it than that. So I can only imagine some of the key features that are going to get put inside of here. Plus, it's also going to unlock both of these officers, so it'll be very interesting to see some of their stats. So as we get information about the Air Force, we're going to be releasing it to you guys to try to get the most for you guys to know up front. Maybe hopefully some sneak peeks, but that's all on Lilith as to whether or not they want to give some sneak peeks and some upcoming content. So anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.